US government is massively failing its citizens at a time when the nation is looking for guidance and reassurance. So now it's up to YouTube and the media, public health officials, workplaces, and every single one of us as individuals to be the leader of our own lives, taking adequate precautions while maintaining that balance of spirituality and practicality we've been working on anyways. We do take this seriously, practicing caution and leading with strength, conviction, and divine support where everyone around us fails and succumbs to the lower vibration of fear, which we are then tasked with purging and alchemizing should that be what transmits virally instead. In other words, living one day in the life of a Capricorn. Welcome to Watch Natalee, spelled Natalee, because I like when people spell my name correctly. I am your host, psychic filmmaker, and all-around weirdo, Natalee Arteaga. I'm here to use psychism, tarot, and astrology to help guide you through this current pandemic and fill in where leadership around you is underwhelming. Let's get to your downloads. Okay guys, I have 4 downloads for you, and when I came out of your psychic time, so for those of you new, I'm a psychic, I do psychic time, psychic tuning, and going over downloads before I get into the actual reading. I got 4 downloads, and 2 of them got written down. I literally just try to get it all down. Only 2 came out, so we'll see if the other 2 are gonna come through in this reading. The first download I got, I knock on my cards to shake out the loose energy of the previous reading. First download is interesting because they said, good people find good people. And what that has to do with COVID-19, I have no idea. We'll see. But they said that. I mean, I don't know if that's a quote, if someone's already said that, but they just sort of said it and it felt like a quote. It felt like, something that you are going to carry with you or something that you're going to think back on. Well, or, when you're in situations, you might think good people find good people, or you might, be the recipient of some sort of generosity or kindness and think, wow, it happened. I'm a good person. I found a good person and they're helping me. I don't, it's something like that. The other download, well, the biggest download, first of all, they're having me back it up. The biggest download is that I'm doing a reading on this, okay? That's the biggest download, is that they guided me today to sort of put everything else aside and get to this so that this can get to you. So I haven't done anything on COVID-19 and now I'm guided to do it, so this is where we are. The second download is that song. They channeled the song before I even knew I was going to make this video. This is, I think it's Cat Stevens, and I think it's called Wild World, but it's that song we all know. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. That song. And it's very, oh, thank you. They're telling me for some of you, this will not resonate for all of you, but for some of you, what's happening right now with fear and mania, paranoia, and like the emotionality of this pandemic is actually a past life thing for you. And it's rooted in it. It's like, or for some of you, it's rooted where it's actually a much bigger energy for you to move through. And for some of you, it is a trigger. 3 of Pentacles, the workplace. Some of you could have, now I see working together though. We haven't clarified this, but I do feel like you're working together. The way he's looking back at them, it's really interesting. They're pointing that out to me. They're telling me that he's looking back to, are you okay? Is this still, am I still doing this right? Is this okay? It's a really good communication. So for some of you, this is actually strengthening the bonds of people you're working with. And it doesn't have to just be the workplace. This is also, I'm just getting this energy of really, we're still technically in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So as we come into more and more clarity, more and more things are coming to light, more things are becoming elucidated. And honestly, the next couple of weeks are going to be astounding. leading right up until and after that Aries new moon at the end of the month, which I do live new moon and full moon readings. I would totally check it out. They're a lot of fun. We have a great time here on the channel. But I'm also just working together with the groups of people that you're a part of. So this could be your family. This could be, you know, it's all of you caring about the same risk and really working together to, I'm actually getting to stay in communication. This is really about knowledge. Like whatever, this is very tangible. So these are like real people here. Like it's a real work. It's very, very solid. These connections that you have with these people, this little tribe or this little group you're a part of. And that's why I feel like it could also be family, like a family unit. You guys, it's more about staying in the loop with each other. It's really about the communication. Like the way I'm telling you, the way he's looking back has never jumped out at me. They've never talked to me about that before. So this is really going to actually help. This is the first card that pops out in a tarot reading for me as a reader is the most strongest. And guys, I am going to be talking a little bit for noobs, just in case we get some new people in this reading that aren't normally part of the Watch Natalee community. So I'll be explaining some of these things. So the first card out of the gate is usually, for me, like the birth card of the reading. It's just the strongest energy coming through. The way it feels and the way they sort of told me is if anything did happen, if I had to like jump off or like go off and do something or something is happening, like this is like the most important message to get through. So if no other messages come through, this is the most important one. That being, work together with your people. That's the whole point of this, is to increase communication. And it's really ironic that it's happening as we're getting out, you know, trying to push through this Mercury retrograde. And we had the super full moon in Virgo. The Pisces and Virgo axis, it's very germy because Neptune and Pisces is a lack of boundaries. And then Virgo is a complete opposite, which is like they live in their hand sanitizer. They live in, like, they just look at everything as microbes and surfaces having microbes. And you're either someone who has it together and you're clean, you have your life ordered and you are organized, a responsible person, or you're just like Piscean, I'm just gonna go with the flow and like the universe is gonna take me to where I need to go and I don't have to wash my hands because the universe has my back. You know, it's like finding a really nice, what did I first say? Balancing spirituality and practicality. That really is the name of the game here. And to do that, you're needing to work with other people. So it's putting an additional emphasis on communication is what they're telling me. The way he's looking back, it's just like they're screaming it. So if you've been having communication issues with anyone and everyone around you, everything that's been agitated and stirred up in this Mercury retrograde with COVID-19, this is like, I want to say it's like life and death. We have the Emperor come out, okay? Okay, so now we have Daddy's home. Okay, yeah, this is like the big boss. This is someone in your tribe, in your family, in your group, someone, a leader emerges. That's literally what they're telling me, like right here in my ear. They're telling me a leader is emerging out of this sort of crisis, out of the, you know, it's like while everyone's sort of communicating and getting everything together, a natural leader will come to the forefront. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Who's got chills? Okay, so, and it's really during this sort of pandemic, this, you know, watching what's happening the world over, how everything's coming to a grinding halt, you know, seeing other people, other countries, other people taking this seriously. You and your tribe, how it's affecting you personally, you guys are now taking this seriously. If you haven't before, whatever, now you are. By the time you click into this reading, you guys are taking this seriously and you are, and I'm not even saying that even if you blew it off before that's like bad on you. Just so you know, this is a very safe community on Watch Natalee. There's absolutely no judgments ever. That's a really hard line that I push really a lot, that there's absolutely no judgment ever on Watch Natalee. So we're extremely, we would rather understand than judge here on the Watch Natalee channel for all you noobs. So while you guys are working together, let me just go there. while you guys are working together, it will be very clear. It'll be very clear. Like, this is someone, they could actually be an Aries or have Aries in their chart, sun, moon, rising, any Aries placement, a stellium in the first house. They could actually have this signature, because what I'm getting is just a very strong leadership style. Like, this is someone who's really just rising up very, very naturally. Like, here's the thing. Okay, what I tell people, like, about Natalee, my character, is I'm great in a crisis. I'm wonderful in a crisis. When things go beyond everyone's mental understanding, or when people really go into shell shock, catatonics, that's where you want me. That's where I shine. I just shine in crisis. That's the energy that I'm getting for this, is that this is very similar to someone who grew up with a lot. Let's say someone grew up with a narcissist parent and an alcoholic parent. Okay, no shortage of drama in the household. Something's always happening. Or let's just wipe that all away and just say that one parent, the other parent perfectly normal, one parent was just very emotional. That's it. No mental illness, no addictions, no outside stresses. Maybe the money's taken care of. Maybe they're just very emotional and insecure. And so you walked on eggshells around this person growing up, because you just never knew when they were going to explode. You could be someone who now works in an ER. You're a doctor. You're a paramedic, an EMT. You're a volunteer firefighter. You're someone that rushes in right when everyone's rushing out to go and take care of people, to go and make the situation better, because that's your vibration. That's the vibration that was imprinted in your upbringing. And so when you're an adult, that vibration is still you're going to be attracting that. If you don't go in to purge and alchemize and change that vibration, you will naturally find yourselves in the middle of chaos, in the middle of dramas, always putting out the fires, being the one to, okay, XYZ, I'm getting chills on my legs. That's for someone. That's a confirmation for someone. Okay, so this person is really shining. They really are. This person is organizing the family. They don't have to be a father or a man or patriarchal at all. This is just leadership. So I just don't want you to be put off by how like masculine he looks. This is just, and this could even be you sort of taking the reins, and it's not even just taking responsibility. This is taking the vision of a leader and, seeing your tribe, seeing the bigger tribe of your community, the bigger tribe of your country, the bigger tribe of Earth, and kind of making decisions with all of the information available to you. Because the Emperor has the feminine icon in the masculine hand and the masculine icon in the feminine hand. That tells us that this is someone who has a really strong and adequate reasoning, because they are in balance. Okay, this is someone who is very balanced in their masculine and feminine energies. You can only be the most effective leader when you have that kind of a balance between the masculine and the feminine within you, because then you can't be tilted off balance. When you are off balance, that little lip is where the toxicity and, anyone that has your worst interests at heart, maybe someone who has an agenda, go in and give you bad counsel. No, not the Emperor. The Emperor has been there, done that. They've lost their kingdoms and won them back and taken over things back. And this is someone who's already built an empire and now they manage it. Okay, this is someone who has already done all of the big battles and wars in their lives. And so this is like a very natural protective instinct for this person. So, and they're giving this to me that this is just an energy. So I want you to be very open-minded. For any newbies here, very open-minded about how this can come through for you and manifest, because this could come through a 13-year-old girl and you're a grown adult who pays bills and who's lived a lot already. Okay, I just want you, okay, all right, I just want you to just keep that in mind, that you just might, some of you, a couple of you will be surprised where this leadership comes from. But they're reassuring, though. That's what I'm getting, that they're just it's like their confidence. They could be someone that either lived through, it's kind of like in a while from now, when you tell people, I lived through Y2K, I lived through COVID-19, I lived through pirates, and I lived through, it's kind of like that where everyone sort of really trusts in this person's stability, where if they're not freaking out, I don't have to freak out. It's like that. So far, I see that you guys are okay. The page, oh, and he came out sideways too. The page of staves. The page of wands. This little dude is very enthusiastic. Lots of messages. You are glued to the TV or your internet screen, your phone screen. Now here's the thing. He came out on his side because this is, okay, for this, coming out on his side is saying that you are getting a little bit rattled by the news. You are getting a little bit rattled and sort of, he's almost in the reverse. He's almost there. You're almost at the tipping point where it's becoming unhealthy. So you have the option to change your vibration and turn that dude up, right? Or you can change your vibration and drop it down where you are just, and this is the thing. This is why the leader's here. This is why the emperor shows up, because he's going to tell you, hey, don't allow the fear to get in the nooks and crannies, the cracks of your confidence, because that will that's the virus. That's what's viral. That's what we want to stop. That's what needs to just get pinched. Of course, in the actual COVID-19. But for this is a real message for you that, you want to know what's going on. You want to be in the loop. You want to know things and get the facts and get information. However, you don't want it to overstimulate you. And I am getting the overstimulation. And it's interesting because you would think it would show up as an emotional terror or an emotional fear. It's showing up, this news stuff, it's showing up as, how do I put this? Give me a second here, hold on. I put the card to the right side of my head and I get more information. I don't know why it works. Oh, firebrand. What is this? Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's the same. It's like they're showing me like the forest fires. Like they're showing me forest fires with this. So you really want to be careful because they're telling me that when you let this get out of balance, that you're going to be taking incorrect actions and they will be very foolish and you could lose money. Some of you could lose money. It's very impulsive. So it's almost like you hear something or see something and then you go do something or buy something or sell something and it ends up being a mistake. Natalie's not worried about COVID-19, okay? Natalie's an introvert and works from home, so it's not like so this is you. This is really clear for those of you who are like, what? This is you. This is someone out there. Yeah. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't what you're taking in. Look to your leader. Whoever this leader is, study their ways. Study their ways. You know what? I actually feel like you're the emperor, guys. I feel like if you're here in the Watch Natalee COVID-19 video, you're probably the emperor. You're probably the more spiritually evolved person in your clan, in your tribe, in your group. So this is probably going to be people around you. I know we have the hard part of being the most mature. We have to take the high road always. We're just, I know. So you're going to have a lot to do of assuaging these fears of people around you and not taking responsibility for their feelings and their fears and their happiness, not crossing boundaries because you've learned that one already, Emperor. Just inspiring. It's very lead by example energy is what they're telling me to tell you. And okay. It's yours. I knew it. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles beneath her. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot, and it kind of goes on and on and on. It is correct. I'm not pulling all of that, but I'm just going to pull the top two. The Queen of Pentacles with the Chariot as your next energy. This is incredible. This is so interesting. They're telling me that COVID-19 is actually going to work to your benefit in some way, shape, or form, business-wise. With the Chariot, I feel like someone is either going to be traveling or not traveling at all. Okay, hold on. Let me hold on. When I say travel, this is someone who either, here's what I'm getting. I'm getting that someone's not traveling, obviously, or not, no, okay, the whole quarantine lockdown thing. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like they're from somewhere else already. They're telling me that this Queen of Pentacles is actually pretty, they're showing me the anchor. Thank you. They're showing me the anchor. When I'm, just so you guys know, when I'm channeling, I'm not thinking. I just say what I see. I say what I feel. I don't judge it. I don't think about what I'm about to put out unless I really need to detangle it, because sometimes they give me a lot of really complex stuff all in one like moment. But just so you know, so my vocabulary and everything like that, it's a little weird. Anyway, so the Queen of Pentacles is that anchor to someone or something that, and I know it's a person, someone who they could have been visiting. It's almost like if you're on vacation and then everything gets quarantined and you're stuck there. So I feel like they're with you. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles with a Chariot, there's an element of, here's the thing. There's an energy that's going, and it stops because of COVID-19. But it doesn't stop. You think it might look or feel like it's stopping, but it's just solidifying. But you don't see it yet. It might not look like it. Like things might look really chaotic and unorganized, but know that it's completely in divine planning. It's completely like, I don't want to say ordained, but it's follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Okay, that's really the name of the game here, because the Emperor has his own Emperor's intuition, and I never talk about it. I don't think I've ever talked about it before. I wait for these things to be naturally and organically unearthed in due timing when they're supposed to. So the Emperor is going to have his own intuition. This is very similar to the Seven of Swords intuition, that con artist intuition, and very similar to the Mother's intuition. So there's different flavors, right? There's different vibrational frequencies of how we can channel these specific insights and these specific intuitive because you can have a con artist who reformed themselves turns into a mother business owner, and then you have emperor's intuition, the mother's intuition, and the Seven of Swords' intuition, the con artist's intuition, all wrapped in one person. You see how it can work? Okay, so the Emperor has his own intuition. So the Emperor knows that the Emperor is able to see through the trees. They're able to see through the hysteria. And that's why the Emperor is really solid around, they're like the rock of the group. Because they just know, they have a really different perspective. And it is because here's the thing. They've either amassed the experience to gain this perspective, or there's someone who is tapped into that Emperor intuition. And like I said, that could be a 10-year-old girl who could, maybe the adults are talking and just getting so fearful around the dinner table. And then it could be the 10-year-old girl that just says one poignant sentence that just, wipes everything and just, boom, cuts through the energy. And she changes the vibration of the entire room. Food for thought. Anyway, the Emperor is a person that is using their Emperor's intuition, knowing that there's something stabilizing here. And we have two pentacles, the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. There there could be another person, or this could be you, or this could be someone outside of your tribe. I'm going to call it tribe. It could be family, workplace, what have you. There's someone here who is, they really look like a winner. Like whoever this person is, I'm telling you, this is going to work out to your benefit financially. Whoever this reading is for, this could be for one person. I don't know. I just do what I'm told. So there will be a benefit to this. And the benefit has to do with the stopping of travel. So you might not know this. This could be really psychic, where it's like if you're all working from home, let's say you have a team of people working from home, there could be another like officer in the company who you've never met, never will meet, who has to stop traveling for some reason, but it's because of that one person over here in the wheel cogs of life turning, that that person's life, and they're going to be following. They're going to see. Here's the thing. So every one of us is channeling energies constantly. Okay. What a psychic can do, what some actors can do, what some of us here on the Watch Natalee channel are learning and practicing doing is controlling, like a valve, what we do with the energies that come in, how we move through them, which ones we hold with us and change according to different levels, different frequencies. And it's a personal responsibility thing that we do here. Everyone else is channeling these energies with as much, they're doing the best they can with what they have, with the self-awareness that they have. So while someone might believe that they're an angry person, I'm just an angry person. I just get pissed off at everything. I just get irritated. I just get agitated. They're creating a manifestation where that becomes their identity. Instead of saying, I'm experiencing anger, I'm not anger incarnate. That's going to pass. That anger is going to pass. And they don't want to go back to that original wound, because anger is a secondary emotion. The first thing they're feeling is hurt, pain, fear, loss, shame, guilt, some negative thing like that before the anger hits, but they just feel the anger right away. I digress. So that's just those are just little examples. So there's something here with this person's energy that is resulting in a win, a competitive win. There's I'm serious. Amid this COVID-19 pandemic, there is business happening. Like, this is a very business reading. This is just hilarious. Look at this. Look at this. The Emperor, Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, Queen of Pentacles. For those of you who have never seen a tarot card in your life, this is a very business-looking reading with this. So business is still going on. Deals are still happening. Connections are still being made virtually. And I'm getting that people are really working together around you with this leader at the helm. Okay, sorry, let's keep going. It's not that one. Is there any other message about this COVID-19 pandemic for whoever I'm channeling? How this works for newbies is I channel for the collective, yet the people that watch me, that take in my vibrational frequency, and we are doing energy work. When you're watching my videos, you take in my voice, the visuals, and the content. So just by watching this, you're in a different vibration than you were when you sat down. I'm saying vibration, but you can say mood, feeling, okay? It's like you go into a movie feeling depressed, you leave the movie feeling happy. That changes your vibrational frequency, possibly for the entire day. We have the Seven of Staves. With the King of Pentacles, I'm taking it. We have the Seven of Staves. Oh my God. Okay, we have the Seven of Staves, the King of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck with the Judgment. Wow. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm going to show you all of this. I mean, I'm not taking all of this. I wanted to read it. I wanted to get that. It's yours though. It really is yours. I'm not going to pull it. But someone is fighting through this COVID-19 pandemic. They're fighting through. This is someone with an established brand or identity or business, but they are established. This is fascinating. Okay, so the tribes that you're a part of, or maybe there's just one tribe that's working especially well together. You're all working well together. But here's the thing, it's not like work. It's communication, like checking in with each other, taking precautions, keeping everyone in the loop, and collaborating on things that you can collaborate on virtually. There's a rock in this, keeping everyone and everything cool, calm, and collected. There is incoming news with the page. The page of staves. It's fiery. It's bold. It's rah. It's very passionate. The news that's coming in, it arouses your passions. It's very triggering. It's very like lighting a match. Come on, baby, light my fire. Like the news, the information that you're getting, it's lighting everything up. But it's on its side. He came out on his side. So it's up to you where you take that vibration. You can take it wherever you want. So it is the emperor that is being the very best example of this, which is great because my intro today was about leadership and leading our own lives. Okay, so the fact that we have a counterpart pair is really interesting because I feel like this King of Pentacles is fighting through that's what it is. There's something about the traveling for you with this COVID-19. I'm not getting that you're getting sick. I'm not getting that you're getting it at all. I should have said, I didn't know that until okay. Well, for those of you that were wondering, am I going to get it? No, you're not. You're not going to get COVID-19. So long as you are taking precautions and balancing spirituality and practicality, like I opened with, okay? I wrote that very specifically for you guys. I want you to be individuals. I want you to be thinking for yourselves. Even everything I say and do, think about it yourself and really put it on its feet. What I tell people, the funnest part about being psychic is being right and being correct. So I always tell people, try it, test me out. I want you to see it working for yourself. I don't want you to just take my word for it. It's not as strong until you have your own experiences. Trust me. And if you watch me long enough, you will. Because we're sharing the vibration. Anyway, so there's something going on with this travels. The traveling stuff, and it's not just travel bans. There's also like issues. I'm not getting issues though. I'm not getting issues with it. I'm saying that it's important. Okay, so the COVID-19 looks to be affecting you in terms of improving your communication with those around you, solidifying your internal leadership, putting it on its feet. This could be some healing that's going on in a past life where in the past life there was a flu and you ran from your family and let them all die and survived. I don't know. I don't know what your past life is. I don't know what your karma is. Ooh, that was true for someone. Oh, it's something on my back. Why is my back like freezing? What the Sorry, I don't mean to say it like that. I didn't mean to say the JC word. Okay. I had to go get some more of the information. For that, I don't know if this is just for one person. Sometimes I feel like my readings are so specific and detailed. It might just be for one person, but for whoever this applies, and this could apply for more than one person, you did leave your family out in the cold That's why I got all that cold on my back. You left your family out in the cold, or your lover out in the cold. You actually abandoned this person. Oof. Ooh. I don't want to feel it. I'm sorry. I'm like feeling it for you, and it's like, I feel horrible. Okay, that's so, yeah. Oh my God, the guilt. Okay. They're showing me the beginning scene of 28 Weeks Later. You should see that movie. I love, love, love 28 Days Later. But you should see the opening scene if I can find it on YouTube and I remember to put it in the description, I'll link it down below. But you should watch that. Anyway, sorry. So this has to do with, for that, let me just finish that one up. Okay, so for those of you where that applies, there was a past life where you abandoned your family in a major pandemic, and leadership and being the emotionally stable one, like not only emotionally stable, like you're taking care of physical things, but to really assure someone, to really have so much confidence that it makes someone else feel confident, where it's not a delusion, where it's not a fantasy, where it's not a lie. Did you hear the change in my vibration when I said that word? We don't do that here on Watch Natalee. That's something that really gets me. So that's what this is proving to be for you, that it is your moment to correct that vibration, to correct that action that you took, that karmic thing that you did in a past life. And all you have to do is be emotionally and practically and spiritually stable and supportive, and don't run. Like, don't leave. That's interesting. Because remember when I was sort of like, well, there's something about staying, but it's like they left and it's like they stay. That's what it is. It's to really be the very best version of yourself and being very stable and solid and secure and helpful, but really it's just not freaking out about it. That's really like the biggest thing that I'm seeing here. And not letting the news, like, you need to not just keep your own balance and your own self, your own vibration, but you are sort of being tasked with being the leader. And when the news, because I'm getting that it's going to keep coming. It has to keep coming. So every time this news comes in, I need you to remember this Page of Wands on his side. So go ahead and take a picture and put it on your refrigerator for the next couple weeks. Okay? What are you gonna push that baby up or in the reverse? So it's gonna be up to you to maintain, to hold it down. I mean, really hold it down and be the rock, because I really do feel like you're gonna need to be that person. What's going on down here with the King and Queen of Pentacles is kind of incredible. This is what I'm saying about how things are really working out to your benefit, and you don't know it. There is something happening. Okay, thank you. They're telling me that while that's happening, that this is like a whole other story. This is like a whole other thing happening at the same time. This right here. So this could be two individuals. It could be two halves of one person, the masculine and the feminine. And if that's the case, if this is the masculine and the feminine of one person, there is a tangible benefit to COVID-19 for them. And I'm not saying like they created it and released it onto the earth and just to make money and pharmaceutical drugs to cure it or anything like that. I'm not saying that. That's a plot line, but I'm not saying that that's what's going on here. What I'm getting is that this is really happening. It's divinely, this is happening on purpose. Like this was going to happen. COVID-19, this was all going to happen. This was supposed to happen. I hate to say it like that, but that's what I'm getting. So I can't make any judgments on it. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. If there's anything that I say that you don't like, just assume I'm wrong. I mean, you will anyway. So, okay. So, oh gosh. Okay. They're telling me to hurry. They're telling me, look it. The strength with the chariot. The strength with the chariot. And the world with the chariot. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. What else about this working together? Hermit, look, you guys are self-quarantining and working together and communicating. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh, what a wild life this is. Okay. So this this Hermit, to clarify the Three of Pentacles, you guys are, you guys are locked out. You guys are not leaving. Oh my God, they're showing me this as it says cell phone. I've never gotten that. They've never told me that. They're saying that this is the cell phone. The light that's supposed to be the star card, that's a cell phone that you're like, that's you holding your cell phone inside your dark room. But like I said, where he's like looking back saying like, oh, getting information and just checking in. Yeah, you're checking in because you guys are maybe physically separated, or the group is isolated, self-quarantine group from everyone else. That's funny. Sorry. It's funny. Okay, the Emperor. Let's get more information on the Emperor. What do we... Temperance. Wow, this is... Oh my God. Sorry. And the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God. This is what we do here. We geek out on the Watch Natalee channel. So we have the Temperance, which is balance and healing. And what they first gave me before I got into this about this is the past life thing. That this is like you seriously just being calm and helpful and, you know, really staying on. You have to be the stronger voice between you and the media, between you and the fear, between you and the paranoia. You have to be the stronger voice. You have to be the emperor of life and speak such affirming words of conviction and confidence that it negates everything that these people that you love are hearing from everywhere else. You have to create the empire within your home, within your workplace, within your little corner of life, where the people you love are the most important, where they're okay. So that's what's coming into balance here, is you didn't do that in the past life. No judgments, okay? No judgments. But you didn't do it in a past life. So if you are feeling triggered by the news, if you are feeling low self-confidence, if you are feeling very, very unsettled, very, very unbalanced, you need this energy even more. You need to channel that energy even more. You need to focus your energy into this archetype even more, okay? That was what I got all in like one moment. And then I got to this. So double confirmation, the Emperor, sorry, I'll put it closer, of you taking this place of leadership. We have then the Magician, which is you having everything that you need to make this happen. You have every ability. You have the wisdom, the knowledge, the like the learning, the all of the life experience that you've lived in your life up until now. You have it with you to be the Emperor and really take responsibility for your life and for your constituents, your family, your company. Okay, you have everything you need with this energy. I pop like all of my bones. Okay, with the Magician, you have it all. You have it all. So if you feel low self, I can't do it, I can't, whatever, you have it. You have it in spades. And for some of you, this represents not only being the louder voice than the media, but it involves taking practical action, practical steps, and making the best decisions for you and yours. And you cannot do that when you are out of balance. It is so important They're just, look at how they're emphasizing this. It is so important for you to be an emperor in balance. You cannot afford to be out of balance. You cannot afford to be fearful. You just can't. When you let this in, when you let, and I am getting that it's like the news and media and like, you know, like whatever's coming into you, you cannot let it be stronger than your own guidance, than your own connection to divine source. Okay? Okay. So that's that double confirmation. You have it in spades. Okay, so the Tower, something needs to crumble, and it feels for you like it's your low self-esteem. It's not just your low self-esteem, but it's everything prohibiting you from taking responsibility and from managing. If there's anything that you've been running from in your life that you haven't been managing, that you've just been putting it off, putting it away, not really, you know, taking care of it. You haven't been confronting it head on. And what is an Aries? A ram, a battering, you know what a battering ram is? Just, okay? Aries. I have a niece who's an Aries. Her head, it's just like, we go like, you know, when she was like a little baby, we would, with the head, the little foreheads, you know, it's just like, I mean, I'm a Capricorn, so I have like little horns too. But the spirit of procrastination must be conquered. The spirit of immaturity must be conquered. And the Tower, so you're going to have this moment. You're going to have a moment. You could have a personal, private breakdown, a mental breakdown, emotional breakdown, or otherwise. I don't think it'll be because of the news, and I don't think it'll be because of other people. I think it'll be triggering a lot of other things within you that you cannot escape from now. Okay, so you have to purge it out. It has to pop and ooze and drain, and then you'll be okay, right as rain. Because it really is for the better. Look at that beautiful sunshine. Okay, they're both fire and fire, different types of fire. So that has to happen. You have to purge that out and then alchemize it. Purging, when we say purge on Watch Natalee, we mean crying. Like that, okay? So purge it out, push the little tears through your eyeballs, and alchemizing, what we say when we say alchemizing here on the Watch Natalee channel is you are transforming something into something else. So that pain, those tears, that all of that ugliness, you are transforming it into self-awareness. You're getting to know yourself better. COVID-19 is about putting you in a position to be closer with yourself, know yourself better, conquer old past life demons, finish out the Mercury retrograde strong, because that self-awareness, that self-knowledge is such a beautiful gift. Right in front of the moon card. Look at that. That is incredible. That's incredible. The sun right on top of the moon card. The sun and the moon. This is a beautiful balance. It is a like now you are merging this unconscious, subconscious part of yourself that had these fears and that were holding you back from really getting something in your life, from really taking control of your life in a really big way, and merging that with a self-awareness about that and a healing about that. And that's where you get the confidence, because you're taking care of yourself. So when you trust yourself to take care of yourself, when you trust yourself to have a really horrible, catastrophic breakdown, and that you can take care of yourself after that and keep going forward, alchemizing into a strength, you feel so much more confident in yourself, that you can handle it, that you can handle your own pain. So I don't like showing emotion on camera unless I'm in a movie. But I just started playing that song, and it triggered this. Wild World, Cat Stevens. It triggered the download, and and what they want to say about this. That song is your download because it's triggering your fears, your own fears, like the fears of COVID-19, the fears of this pandemic. It's triggering your own fear of being a leader, of taking care of yourself, of doing everything that you're being tasked to do. And I just want to acknowledge that it's okay to be afraid. You were afraid in that past life. You're okay. So if you're over afraid now, like if you're really paranoid about it or something, it's triggering that even more. But this is like a big life thing. Like even if you're not even very triggered by COVID-19, there's underlying here. And it's like a fear of the world, to be honest. I'm picking up a lot of it's having a fear of the world, a fear of being in the world, the fear of being a person in this wild world. And this is you reclaiming your power, and it's the emperor. It's making a place in the world for yourself and defining who you are, your self-expression in this wild world. And you're going to do it. I support you 100% of the way. I'm sending you all of the very best photons. You have everything that you need to do this work for yourself, okay? Let yourself feel that fear. That's probably going to be your tower moment that you'll have to purge and cry out and alchemize into a better vibration of confidence, okay? But just keep that in mind. I just want to acknowledge it so that you find the validation and the words that someone tells you tells you this, because I don't know if that is happening for you or not. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Listen to the song, have a good cry, and I'll see you guys later. And now we have double Queen of Pentacles. This could be a person helping you do this. Or you could be the Queen of Pentacles and you're helping someone really come into their own here. But either way, that Emperor is getting healed. The Emperor is coming up to be this solid, stable, strong, secure person in this whole COVID-19 thing. Okay? Me and my long readings. Page of Staves on its side. Let's take a look at the news. That was so fast. That was so fast. This message was trying to come out. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. The Five of Cups and the Star. So, listen, the more you put into the news cycles, the more you put into the paranoia, and it's more like the emotionalism. It's not even emotionalism. It's just how do I put this? Help me with this, please. It's this, what's that called? It's like race. It's like this rush. It's this adrenaline. Thank you. It's an adrenaline. These are adrenaline spikes. Okay. It's adrenaline spikes. It's almost like impulse buying. Okay. So like I said, you could be triggered, right? To act on impulse. You're going to regret it. Remember when I told you that a million hours ago when I started this reading? Yeah, you're going to regret it. You could do something that you regret. Say something that you regret. All right. But the Star is there to heal it all up. All up. Also, they're telling me that what you see on the internet, the news that you're getting, will make you sad. It'll make you very, very, very sad. So this could be the only insight that we're getting into the rest of the world right now, because what you see is going to fill you with a lot of loss and grief. Like you will mourn what's happening in the world. Okay. We keep it real here on Watch Natalee. There's no pretense here. With the Star, we have that healing coming in though. We have this attitude of trust in the universe, that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed. So what you're feeling sad about is going to be transformed into a much more universal, cosmic view of things, where you look at death, tragedy, loss, and you have a think on it, and you realize that everything that fades away materially, like our bodies, dust to dust, bones and everything, that's just the vessel. It's just the vessel. Because this woman here, she's stardust. These stars are her. These stars fall down, and as they reach the earth, they form into her. So she's a little alien. She's not even of planet Earth. She's not even a real human. She's stardust. So it's like you feel it. You get hit with, and it's because it's adrenaline. It's gonna. So that's gonna keep happening. You're gonna be shocked. You're going to be hit with instant, immediate depression, sadness, grief, loss over time, and it will be over time. It will evolve your own emotional perspective on loss, on death, on dying, on disorganization. It's whatever you're reading in the news, whatever you're seeing in the news. So I'm not going to project onto that and say exactly what that'll be, but you're going to hear it, and that's how you're going to feel about it, and that's what's going to happen with it. Let's move on to the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. This deck for clarification. What else do we need to know about the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot, please? It was interesting the way it came out. You guys, this is why I do this on camera, guys. For anyone new that's still watching, watch Natalee. The King of Pentacles. It's the King of Pentacles. It's double King of Pentacles. Now we have, wow. I'm only using 2 decks for this. We have 2 King of Pentacles, and we have 2 Queen of Pentacles. The Queen came out to clarify the Emperor. The King came out to clarify the Queen. So now we're connecting these 3 elements here. Because for some of you, it is separated. That's one little group of you. Remember those energies when I said it's separated? For some of you, now we're really kind of, this is all connected. Well, I mean, it's all connected even in the other grouping, but this, I feel like this second one is a little bit more connected, where you could actually, oh my God. Hold on. Before I say anything, I want to clarify this. I need to clarify the Judgment, the 7 of Staves, and the King of Pentacles. What is it? Guys, you're going to frickin'. Okay. Just saw the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is a 2 of Cups. The card we picked up is the Page of the Page of Wands, the Page of Staves. It's upright too. It's upright. It's up. It came out upright, very clearly upright. So now we have this, okay? This is fascinating because now we have more news. This is more news. The news, this is weird. This is so weird. Oh, so you're going to hear something about the news. You're going to hear something in the news about the King of Pentacles. I'm just going to go with it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say this is weird, this is weird, this is weird. Because that's making a judgment on it, and I'm not supposed to do that. I don't do that here. But Natalee really is wondering. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So they're saying that there's this King of Pentacles. There's going to be a person, or the masculine energy in a person, that's going to be fighting through. That's going to be really pushing through an ultimate decision that they're making. And it's about the Queen of Pentacles? Really? He came out to clarify the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles. To be with her? What? Hold on. That's weird. Okay, so it looks like to be with someone. It does look like to be, for some of you, to be with someone, to end singlehood, bachelor or bachelorettehood. Thought about it a long time, very sexually attracted. This is the holy grail of love and life and everything else that's good and wonderful in the world. I'm going to just take this one top card, though. This 10 of Swords is part of it. It goes with this. It's like this is ending. The 9 of Pentacles is like the bachelorette, independent person. It's the single girl card of the tarot, but that's over. That's over. You're going to hear news about a partnership between someone who's very well established and someone else who's very well established, wealthy. And they're going to do something. They're going to do something with this Chariot energy. They're pushing through. I'm telling you, this is an advantage for someone. For whoever I'm channeling. Now, you can either, these people could be in the news, in a news, like on the news, or they could be in your life and you're hearing about them and they're talking to you and you're one of these characters. You're one of these people. There's something that needs to happen. But before that can happen, someone has to get into their emperor energy. And COVID-19 is actually showing up as the pressure that they need to do it. This is weird. I'm sorry, I said it again. I'm so sorry. They're showing me the plagues. They're showing me your past life. Ooh, and they're showing me the moment where you knew that you were going to leave your family. It's the moment you knew you were a coward. It's the moment you knew you didn't have it in you to be the man to be a man, or to be, no, it was a man. You were a man in this lifetime. Holy shit. Wow, this is not, wow, interesting. So, oh, that's horrible. Oh my God. Hold on, let me get through this. Hold on, let me just alchemize this a little bit. You're carrying that around with you. Wow. Okay. You or someone could have this. Actually, they're telling me not to get into that. Interesting. Like I said, I do what I'm told. Let's get Oracle for you. So, long story short, are you getting COVID-19? No. You will be quarantining yourself. You will be alone. You will be isolating yourself. And you'll be working well with the people around you. You will be sad by what you hear in the news, but you will adopt a very spiritual, the highest perspective with that star energy. Like you're in the outer space where you're like, they're stardust now. Like how I said it, you're gonna feel better about what you hear. Okay, and it's gonna be very accepting. Like you're going to accept it. And it's like you accept that everyone has their own destiny. You accept that everyone has multiple lives, multiple incarnations. You accept that we're all going to die. You accept that we will transform out of an incarnation. You know what I'm saying? It's like this whole big acceptance thing. Someone here has to walk into their destiny and COVID-19. And it took a pandemic. It's taking a pandemic to come into their emperor energy. That's like bound to be a fantastic joke. Did you see that? Oh my God, I have to start holding them really high so that you can, that was just the weirdest. They really took over my hands just right now. And guess what came out? Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo energy. Confidence is your key to success. Oh, I didn't see this. There's another card under here. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn energy. Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, time to release negativity. Damn. Whew. Don't mind if I do. Oh my God. Wow, guys. This was incredible. So This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. Stay confident, confidence, leadership. This is part of your art of living pandemic episode, okay? This is it. This is your art of live. Okay, this is a part of your life, this thing going on. So be a leader, be confident. Because once that happens, there is actual tangible benefit from this happening. It looks like a collaboration. It looks like a partnership. It looks like these two want to go somewhere, physically and metaphorically speaking. These two are able to push something forward. You can see this could be like famous philanthropists merging in order to create some sort of thing that will help people on a bigger scale. You're going to see, yeah, absolutely. And you don't need to be a psychic to predict that. Like we would expect something like that to happen. It's just coming through the cards as well. But I feel like a different level, a different scale, a different scale of that is going to happen with you here. And you're one of them. You, if you're the emperor, or if you're someone else in this scenario. Now, I feel like for some of you, the emperor is a person, and for some of you, I feel like there's only two people in this, where there's only the king and the queen of pentacles, and that the emperor is the energy, is the masculine energy in one or both of you that has to go through this healing for this to take place. This has been your COVID-19 psychic tarot reading. Please let me know what you feel, how you think in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to reach out. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you for tuning in to watch Natalee, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye. The time, the space, the place, the opportunity, you just didn't get what you needed to be floating. You need your float time. You need, just like Capricorns and Cancers need their couch potato time, I feel like Virgos and Pisces, you need your float time. Made financial sense but not spiritual sense, or something that made spiritual sense but wasn't practical, and you went down that path and you thought that it was like divine and it wasn't. You know, it could have been like that. This is now coming into balance. Like now you can break so something's going to break through is what I'm getting, and it was held back because and here's the thing, is that this financial thing for you that blew up, it was something that didn't happen all in one moment. This happened over time. And it's why you feel really, really bad about it. You were just beating yourself up about this a lot. They have great news for you. They have great news for you. Beautiful energy here. You've put yourself through enough pain. You learned the lessons. Now you need to move out of that energy. Where Capricorn and some other signs can kind of just live in it. Okay, the good part, I'm just kidding. So they kind of want it to happen quicker. So I'm sure you're feeling impatient by now, but not nearly as impatient as your employers or whoever these people are. And the communication with those people, it's top notch, it's perfect. For the rest of your life, seriously, this is a big one. You're getting a lift. You're like, it's like all the work you've been doing, it's been slow healing to get yourself to this state of independence. And then as this comes to you, this wheel of fortune, this change in circumstance, release of that pain. This good karma coming back to you, Capricorn, is going to stay. It's going to provide inspiration and healing. So it's like the healing has been slow, and then you get a lot of good karma coming to you all at once. Mars conjunct Venus. I keep wanting to say Venus, that's weird. Mars conjunct Jupiter and Pluto this week. Oh, in Capricorn.